What's up, guys? Welcome back. So before we get started on today's video, as we're getting a pretty late start, it's about 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock at night, and yeah, I've decided to get my ass out here because it's been brutally hot. But before we start the video, guys, I honestly want to give a huge shout out to Gus Automotive Anatomy. This guy actually sent over a care package for me, and I just really want to say, Gus, thank you very much, bro. It doesn't go unnoticed, and I appreciate our friendship and everything you do for the community. And then if any of you guys are honestly looking for any license plate frames or any other merchandise, he does sell shirts, he does the pre-orders and stuff like that when he puts new stuff out. I'm gonna go ahead and put the link in my description so you guys can hit him up, and also watch his YouTube channel, subscribe to him also, as he does do a lot of interviews with a bunch of builds. It's not necessarily just Hondas, he does everything, but really good content nonetheless. Never skips a beat, and in all honesty, good guy to chop it up with. Again, bro, thank you very much. And pretty much, guys, let me go and show you guys what I've gotten done so far. So as you guys seen on the last video, we're pretty much finishing up the engine bay. I didn't get to do the whole corner of this section here. I just ended up doing this section here. And the main reason why I kind of stopped, guys, was because in all honesty, there's one thing that I technically really need to do, and that is actually make a spray booth, so that way I can spray things in an enclosed area and not get any overspray, because I've honestly made the big mistake of getting a lot of overspray on the cars and also my toolbox and everything in my garage. And I honestly don't want to keep picking up messes and having to scrub stuff off because it gets attached to it. And in all honesty, what drew the line for me was getting it all on the right-hand drive Domani. That's gonna be a pain in the ass to get off, because I'm gonna have to buff it out or figure out what to do with it, because you can clearly see the overspray. But pretty much, guys, let me go ahead and show you guys what I plan on doing. So the plan for me to do in the garage is actually make like a makeshift ghetto spray booth, something that will help me control all of the overspray. So my plans are, guys, and honestly I already took measurements, and I'm gonna end up going 12 feet across that way to the sides within the width, and then also 14 inches or 14 feet, not inches, from the beginning of the garage to basically the back of the garage. And I'm gonna make it about 6.5 feet in height, so that way I can clear this whole section here, because I don't want it to end up hitting it if we end up opening it. I'm not gonna make it a full enclosed, and I'll show you guys later on once we start getting to make it. I'm probably gonna head to Home Depot tomorrow so that I can try to buy the 2x4s, and that way we can assemble the frames, and that way we can pretty much have it ready, fully assembled, so by the time we come back we can start spraying some more parts, because we still do need to do body work on 2 doors, the hood and the trunk. Not necessarily the hood and the trunk because it's already been body worked, but I still need to finesse it and make sure that it will look and it actually hold the paint compared to before. So I might end up throwing a sealer coat over it, and basically so that way it has something to adhere to. But pretty much, guys, we'll pick up on this tomorrow once we head to Home Depot and grab everything that we need so we can start making this booth. So by the time we get back from vacation, we can put all hands on deck, because in honesty, guys, motivation really does suck, but I need to get my ass out here to do what I need to do to get this car done. But as you guys can see, we are making a little bit of progress, and that little much progress that we make every single day is better than no progress at all. So again, guys, we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Alrighty, guys, so pretty much I already went to Home Depot and I picked up the wood. What I ended up picking up was 4 2x12s and then 3 2x10s, and then 6 2x8s. And the reason why is because I'm going to use 6 of them for going up the standing. The other 3 are the ones that go up on top, so that way the car can slide in through the middle. Then it'll have the bottom support on the back, and then also the top support on the top. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is try to get one made on one side, and then that way one set will be done. From there we'll go ahead and move on to making the next one, and then hopefully we can join both of them. But we'll go ahead and put the plastics on first, so that way it's easier to put on as soon as one of the frames is done. So it'll be 3 posts going across, and then on the both sides, and then again it'll be one join in the top, one join in the bottom, and on the front side of it, so we can push the car and it'll have one joining on top only. But yeah, let me go ahead and do that. I also picked up some more sandpaper because I ran out, and I want to be able to have more so that way we're prepared, so when we get back we can continue tackling the engine bay. I got 320. I also got more 220 in here, along with screws and a sawzall blade, because that is what I'm going to be using to cut the post down to 6 feet 8 inches.
What we do here is go back.
Alrighty guys, so one is down. Took me a little bit because I don't have the damn Phillips drill bit, or that bit, to go along with it. So I've been using a different one, kind of like a socket type, but it's too pointy and it keeps stripping it out, so I had to go to nails. So I got it done after searching. Got to use a big old hammer instead of a regular nail hammer, but it'll do. So I'm gonna go ahead and make another one now, so that way we'll have both sides up, and then that way we'll go ahead and do the top one, the cross structure for the fronts. But I'm gonna use brackets for those, so I'll show you guys that right now. Alrighty guys, so pretty much it's been a struggle, but we got the little makeshift paint booth frame at least somewhat done. It needs a lot more structure as it is pretty flimsy. It's been a pain for me to do it by myself, and me sweating, me almost fainting and stuff like that, because I'm fat, guys, believe it or not, and me and the heat don't mix. Sorry, I'm already losing my voice from yelling, trying to call my kids to help me. But as you can see, pretty much the surrounding's done. I just got to add the bottom brace over there. I'll probably add a middle brace also, and then right here in the front I'll add in one that we can remove, so that we can set the fans on top of, or yeah, we can set it on top of the fans, so that way it locks the fans in place, and we can put the filters in the back. And then from there we can go ahead and close it all off. But I'll probably do that tonight when it cools down. So honestly, I'm just gonna go ahead and stop right now, go inside and cool down, because I don't want to risk having a heat attack or heat exhaustion or whatever. So yeah, let me go ahead and go do that, and then we'll pick up on it tonight. All right guys, so pretty much I'm back. Unfortunately I got really dehydrated, and yeah, I just had to go inside the house, and I thought it was over. Yeah, got back out here tonight. I went to Home Depot with my wife real quick and picked up the bits that I needed to be able to drill this stuff incorrectly, because realizing that I did it backwards without the tools, it absolutely sucked. And I tried using hammer and nails before, and it did fall, I'm not gonna lie, and it's been a struggle for me to do it by myself, but I managed to get it done. This is what we got so far. I still gotta clean the garage up a little bit, but you can still see the frame of the garage coming along. So what I got to do now is pretty much to go ahead and start covering off the sides, and then that way we can see if we can scoot this all the way over as much as possible, so I have enough room to walk back there. I'm not going to cover the back yet because of the fact that I'm going to have to leave it open, and I do want to put a see-through tarp instead of a black one to let a little bit of light in, so that way when I do paint stuff with the lights on top, especially on top, I gotta put a see-through one on top, a clear one, so that we at least get some sort of light inside the booth. I do have another little light that I can easily hook in, but I would rather try to keep this the way it is right now, and that way we have a little bit more visibility when it comes down to painting stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue laying out some bag or some plastic on the sides and start adjusting the garage. Alrighty guys, so pretty much as you guys seen, we got a little bit more progress done on the do-it-yourself ghetto rigged paint booth. The main reason why I did this, honestly guys, again, is because I was getting a lot of overspray on a lot of things here in my garage and cleaning it every single time. Honestly, I just got fed up with it, and I figured I might as well spend the extra money that literally to make this, so that way I don't have to keep ruining any of my stuff. As you guys seen earlier guys, it was extremely hot, and it's still hot. As you guys can see, I am sweating, and this is not water. Like I said, I've been drinking water all day, and honestly earlier I had a heat stroke, I'm not gonna lie, so which is the reason why I had to cut this a little bit early. I'm not feeling the greatest right now. I just wanted to continue making progress, because by the time we come back from vacation, I want to be able to just get in here and continue knocking things out little bit by little. I also need to push the car back in here, so when you go on vacation, the car will be out of the elements, and that way we can at least store it inside once again, and then push it back out once we get back. But pretty much all I have to do now is pretty much cover up the back part, front part, and the roof, just so that we don't get no overspray. I'm just gonna go ahead and lay another piece of plastic here, front, same thing, and then that way we are golden. But pretty much guys, I think I spent maybe like $115 on everything, which isn't bad. I was gonna buy a blow up one to spray the car outside, but again, I did not want to deal with HOA or any of that stuff, and I figured after I'm done with this, I'll just throw everything away, or if not, I'll just probably use some of the wood to make something else if I ever need to. But it is pretty much done, and now we can make progress when we get back from Arizona. Alrighty guys, so pretty much guys, I am back from vacation, and unfortunately the vacation sucked. I'm not gonna go into detail with all that. It was honestly, for me, it was a waste of time, and for my family, because they didn't even enjoy it. They enjoyed certain parts of it, but it was, yeah, we tried to make the best out of it, and we did what we did. But getting back to the grind again, I realized I never showed you guys what the booth looked like at the end of the day. You guys seen me pretty much do the side panels, make the frame and everything else, but you guys didn't see me put the roofing and the front and the rear section to the paint booth. So as you guys can see right here guys, let me go show you guys. So pretty much you guys can see this is what my paint booth is going to look like. So I do have a one-piece tarp that goes, or the plastic that goes, it's 10 feet in length, or 25 feet in length of the plastic, and then 10 feet wide going side from here, from this wall to the black wall. And I do have plenty of walking room so that I can walk back and forth instead of having to walk in here if I ever need to. But the main reason why I did that was because I just wanted a walking room just in case, you know, because we are going to be painting a lot of stuff, and we do have a lot of work to do to these parts. So getting back to the booth, basically I used one piece of black plastic. Again, it's 10 feet by 25 feet, and I did both walls. The top one was again 10 feet by 25, but in clear. The reason why I did that was because of the light up there. I do have my ceiling lights up here, and that is the main reason why I wanted to do it in clear, so that we have a little bit of light coming through it. I also ordered a sunlight for my gun, so that as if we're in here and it gets dark or whatever it is, I can use that to actually help me a lot closer, or it being a lot closer to get any spots that we are missing. I did make 2 little holes here, that way I can grab pretty much my little knob right here, turn off the light, turn it on. And I did the same thing for this other light over here, because I needed access to turn them on and turn them off. But other than that, guys, we are pretty much looking golden. One more thing I still need to do is make a frame for the 3 fans that are going to be going into here, so that we can connect the filters to it also, so that way it'll help move all of the overspray and filter outside while the door is closed. Because again, HOA is the biggest issue that I have. I was supposed to buy a blow-up one, but again, my neighbors are nosy, and I didn't want them to report me or anything like that having that shit outside. And that was the best solution that I can possibly come up with, was just make my own. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it was not easy for me to make by myself, because my kids don't like to help me. They don't like to do things, and they're just really lazy ass kids. But at the end of the day, we made progress, we got it done, and now we can continue making progress on all of the body panels that need to be done. There's still 2 doors that need to get body worked and primed and sealed also. I still have to seal these 2 doors, and the main reason for that is because the doors do have burn through, and what that means is that you can see the white underneath it, and then up here there's a little bit of metal showing. It's not bad and terrible, but I would rather put sealer on top of it, so that way when we lay down the paint, we know we are golden and everything will be flush and cool. But I mean cool as in no issues with it being seen underneath the paint. Man, it looks like we got the golden bird out there looking for these damn criminals. But again, let me go ahead and show you guys the outside of it real quick so you guys can see it. And again, this is my paint booth, guys. 150 bucks is what this made me, and I'm pretty happy with it. There still needs, I'm not gonna lie, I still need to add right here a structure, so that way it pulls it back, and that way it prevents it from moving side to side. But it does hold up on its own. I just need to add the brace from there to there, and other than that, we are golden. But pretty much, guys, we are gonna wrap up the video here. If you guys enjoyed this little video of me making this, you know, do-it-yourself paint booth, please smash the like button, subscribe if you guys haven't. And again, guys, thank you guys for everybody that has tuned in and has supported the channel. Hopefully here in the next couple of weeks, we can actually get paint on all the parts that we need to do. And I am gonna go ahead and finish up the last portion of the engine bay off camera, so that way we can start pretty much laying down primer again, or sealer, and base coat and clear coat on the parts that we need. And then from there, we'll start slowly addressing the other issues. But man, this ghetto bird is coming out pretty bad. Look at him. There's a car chase or something, man. Yeah, guys, so we're gonna end the video here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, because I'm gonna close my garage and I'm gonna get away from these criminals. But yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Till next time.